So here we have the 2023 pressure washers buying guide, or at least when it comes to automotive detailing. We here at Obsessed Garage have tested pretty much every single consumer grade pressure washer there is on the market. You could check out the videos we did on the main channel or the pressure washer spreadsheet on our website for all those stats. But we wanted to make a video showing you everything that we offer, all the units that we think are good for you to own, and hopefully we can make some recommendations and help you make a better decision on which pressure washer makes sense for you. So the first thing you need to know when picking out a pressure washer for detailing is that the numbers on the box or the numbers that they advertise really are kind of irrelevant. A lot of people tend to focus on the PSI number when you really should be focused on the GPM number. So PSI is the pressure that it puts out and GPM is the flow or the gallons per minute. So that's the amount of water that is actually coming out of the nozzle. Most of the time when you see PSI listed on a box, that number isn't actually accurate anyway. It's really in an ideal condition with a specific nozzle measured right at the tip, so you're not really gonna be seeing that number anyway. Also, anything over about 900 to 1200 PSI is too much for automotive detailing, so PSI is really sort of an irrelevant number. GPM is what you really want to focus on, as that's what you'll notice the most when you go to wash a car. If you tried to rinse a car with a spray bottle, it would take a really long time. If you tried to rinse it with a garden hose, it would go really quick. The difference there is not PSI, it's flow, it's GPM. The second thing is total stop. Your pressure washer absolutely needs to have total stop. So that will totally eliminate all gas pressure washers from this category. Total stop basically means when you pull the trigger, it will turn on and start running. And when you let go of the trigger, it will turn off and stop running. This is really helpful, one, because it's not so loud, it's not buzzing in your ear the whole time you're washing your car, and two, it's actually really good for the longevity of the machine. Basically limits the pressure washer only to when you actually need to use it, so you're not running up hours needlessly on your units. And the last bit of background information is that you're probably going to want to budget in upgrading your nozzles and your accessories for your pressure washer unit. Now you can have a pretty decent experience with the stock nozzles and accessories, but for just a little bit of cash, you can really increase your user experience. The nozzles that these come with, again, are skewed to get you that really high PSI number, which, like we talked about before, isn't really the focus. We really want GPM. So let's get into specific recommendations, starting with the entry level, or what I would define as $500 and below, non-serviceable sealed units. So basically what that means is that these units are ultimately disposable. You cannot open them, you can't service them, they have a predetermined lifespan, and although you could expect to get a lot of use out of them, eventually they're going to fail, they're going to die, and you just need to replace the whole unit. First unit we'll talk about is the Karcher K1700. I'll put the stats up on the screen right now, and you can see that this unit, although it is our cheapest entry-level option, it still has some somewhat impressive numbers. Additionally, it comes in this nice portable form factor. Karcher has an amazing warranty, and we've really seen very, very, very few issues with these units. If money is the main focus of your purchasing decision, Karcher is what you're going to want to get. If you're looking to get just a little bit more performance, still on that cheaper side, the Active VE56 is the next option. The first thing I will mention about this unit though is that it does not come with accessories. So it's just the pump itself. So you're really going to want to pick this up in one of our solutions. Active was one of the first machines that got brought to market with a really big focus on the flow and not so much the PSI. Although you see that it's branded with 1800 PSI, you can see with the stats on the screen right now that with the correct nozzles, we can really bring that number down, bring flow up significantly. And the last unit in the entry-level tier is the Active 2.0. In my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion, this is the best entry-level unit on the market right now. It has some seriously impressive numbers comparable to the Kranzles and the AR at a really cheap cost. Now again, you can't service this unit, but Active really did a good job extending the lifespan. They say you could get about 200 hours out of this, but we've seen people even run them for even longer. It fits really well in a wall mount solution as well, since it sort of has a compact footprint, and we really, really like this unit. Of all of the entry-level pressure washers, again, we've tested every single pressure washer on the market just about. This is the undisputed king. So now let's talk about the higher end units, or the $600 plus serviceable units. So every one we're about to talk about, you can basically run them for 50, 60 hours, 100 hours, disassemble them, rebuild them, and you have a brand new pressure washer. These are designed to run for hours and hours a day. last you a lifetime. They're really, really phenomenal units. Before we talk about the main pressure washers that we recommend, we're gonna mention the Comet first. So the Comet is a really good unit. It has some really good stats that we'll put right up on the screen now, but it's sort of a niche use case. So as you can see, it has a hose reel that's integrated in it. It's actually incredibly easy to wall mount. It's probably the easiest pressure washer to wall mount on the market, but we don't always recommend this unit. It has sort of a loud noise. It's sort of an unpleasant noise. And again, it's really for somebody who doesn't want to mess around with a hose reel, with a shelf, anything like that. The hose that comes with it and the hose reel is really good, and honestly, we do like this unit a lot. But if you can spend just a little bit more money, you get access to our own hose, the Cox reel, a lot more things that I think you would enjoy more than this specific unit. But again, if you're somebody who doesn't want to mess around with any of that, this is a phenomenal unit. I've used it personally. I really enjoy it. So the first pressure washer I would recommend in the higher end realm is the AR630. It has some really impressive numbers, as you can see right now. I actually believe they're slightly better than the Kranzle K1700, but this is really the workhorse of the higher end pressure washer world. Parts are really cheap on it. You can run this thing all day in a professional environment. It will never let you down. It is a little bit louder and it tends to vibrate more than the Kranzles, but again, the performance is really what we're looking for. If it's on a shelf away from all your business, you're never even gonna notice it. I really enjoy this unit. A lot of people have them. Again, very, very, very low failure rate. Great support on these units. If you're looking for a cheaper upper end pressure washer that has some really phenomenal performance, the AR is absolutely what you're going to want to get. Moving on to the Kranzle pressure washers, or what we believe to be the best pressure washers available on the market today, is the K1322 and the K1122. I'll quickly mention the 1622, which is another one we offer. I really wouldn't recommend getting that one. Again, it's sort of for a very niche and specific user case where you don't have access to a 20 amp circuit. So if you see the 1622 and you're not running a mobile rig or something, I would totally ignore it. The 1322, however, we actually had a role in designing this. We are the only people in the world who can carry it. It's an iteration of the 1622, but it's skewed for much more flow, less PSI, and it's also designed to run on a 20 amp circuit. Although, as you can see, the numbers on the Kranzle are just shy of some of the other pressure washers we have up here, the build quality, the use of it, the sound of it, everything else about this pressure washer is honestly phenomenal. It sounds great, it runs great, it's a bulletproof machine, they're easy to maintain. Honestly, this is the best pressure washer on the world. If money is no object, I highly, highly, highly recommend you pick up a 1322. If you want the same performance of the 1322, but you're looking for more of a mobile setup, or you're just not willing to wall mount for whatever reason, the 1122 is what you're going to want to get. So this is basically the same pump. It's slightly different. You can see the numbers on the screen are very slightly different than the 1322. But again, this is a really, really stout, phenomenal unit. It has the integrated hose reel on it, so everything coils up, goes away really easily. You can wheel it out, wash your car, put it away in a closet, and you never have to look at it. If you're a baller, money's no object, Kranzle is absolutely what you want. If money is really no object and you absolutely need the best of the best, you should check out our dual 1322 setup or our dual AR630 setup, but we're not really going to get into that in this video. This is more specifically based on the pressure washers themselves. So that's our pressure washer buyer's guide for 2023. We went through basically every pressure washer we sell. Hopefully you feel a little bit better about making a purchase, or maybe if you already have one, you're looking to upgrade, you have a better idea of what to look for. As always, you can pick up every single one of these pressure washers in our store. I would also highly recommend you check out our solutions, both the wall mount and the portable. We give you everything you need. We tried to make it as easy as possible to get the best guns in the world, best nozzles, hoses, and all of that. And the last thing I'll say is I really hope you purchase it from us and honor the source. Whether you already have one, or maybe you're looking to buy one, if you have any questions, you can let us know in the comments, or you can email us at support@obsessedgarage.com, and we're more than happy to help you.